Look into things. When you have an idea, how do you fuel it? Is it in generating enthusiasm or in forcing the thing to be? In the case of the former, you run a far greater probability of creating something that will have lasting value in the very real sense of what its value is. Stop and think for a moment about what it is you're creating. Touch the wiring of your creation's machinery and get a sense of its fundamental vibe. It could be shocking to discover that at the core, you've been contributing your energies in a way that doesn't lead to self-sustaining creativity, but to the enforced mode of being that has been the brainchild of some other mind. If rather you feel the lifeblood pulsation of something alive and vibrant in its own right, chances are that you are instead feeding a symbiotic creation that lives and breathes from the joy that is at the core of enthusiasm. In all things now, you are being asked to take the pulse of what you're engaged in and to be ready to make adjustments where necessary. From the inception of an idea to its manifest form, the spark of light that gives it life can happen in a flash. In no time at all, your inspiration can become a thing on its way into being. What can happen in the flick of a switch, in an instant, is much easier to ascertain as a divinely engendered corporealization than something that takes eons, generations, and ages. In cases where the manufacture of the thing is so grand in scale that you can only experience it atomically, the route to core enthusiasm is fraught with slippages into potentials that whisk your discernment out of your own locus of control. Your ability to find that thread of enthusiasm can be challenged by natural timescales and at worst controlled by invisible forces. Such do exist in the realm of nature, as darkness exists at the edge of light. Of course, it's all relative to your ability to understand, relativize, and entrain your own expansive mind force. With practice in discerning the filaments of joy that remain unadulterated within even the dimmest of conditions, you become better able to entrain with the divine at work in all things. Thus can you find the route to enthusiasm and to the home of joy. Within the substance of endeavor are the myriad potentialities striving to break free from thought into form. You are a potent conduit for such dimensional breaching. How well you understand your place within the scheme of natural power determines to a large extent how your power is put to work. As you're confronted in the coming days with sharp increments of polarity striving to take precedence in finding form, remember the feeling of inspiration that comes with the bright idea of turning on the light. Flip the switch and move from obscurity into determined perfection of your inner ideal. Bit by bit, you shift reality in such a way, freeing yourself from the entropic design of unenthusiastic drive into time-bending grace. Do what you need to remind yourself of the tracings on the ground that you've been following, and dare to ask yourself if they were drawn by your own hand or another's. Your own hand has the inbuilt articulation of divinity. You know in your heart of hearts what that is in its essentiality. It's not too late to take a deep breath and be honest with your soul. Time will wait for you to take that dive and come back up for air. In the final accounting, your life's meaning derives from substance of reason rather than the fine print. Honor your soul's source. Maintain love's course. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed these messages from Nine's Path, please consider buying me a coffee to support the site and its work. You'll find a link in the description. You'll also find a link to ninespath.com where you can find more transmissions, books from the League of Light, and so much more. I'll meet you there. Until next time, have a great week.